So before you watch the video that is up ahead, I do want to do a little disclaimer. We are not medical people. We are not doctors. We don't diagnose. We can't diagnose. We're not doing this so that you can get your own diagnosis or feel like if your kid has all of these, that it means that your kid has autism. That is not our intention. This is just to show our experience with our 18-month-old, with our doctor, what our family is going through, so that, you know, if anyone out there that has already gone through this doesn't feel alone. We're here for you if you're in the process of getting a diagnosis as well, but please don't take this as medical advice. So these are kind of like what questions she asked and just kind of the signs that she saw. He started, and she's like, yeah, that's, I see it.
Yeah, I was just wanting better for our son.
So in the end, diagnosed with autism, it's not as bad as having to go through surgery. Really, the autism diagnosis, that's a normal for us now, but...
Right, that's our new normal.
So it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's basically how the doctor's appointment went, how today went. It's kind of tiring, you could say.
Do you want to talk about like the warning signs that we saw with him that gave the doctor pause or whatever?
Okay, so I guess the big things is that we didn't go in there thinking, oh my gosh, we have to tell the doctor about these autism signs that we have seen or symptoms or whatever, because in reality, we just thought we were going to have a neurotypical kid. So we didn't go in there thinking, yes, we're going to get another diagnosis or we have to fight to get another diagnosis. But we were going to go in there. We thought we were just going to go in there and be like, oh, he's healthy, he's great, he's developing great, you're ready to go home type of thing. But that didn't happen. We actually filled out like the questionnaire that they give you at 18 months. And so, I mean, I thought, we were like, okay, well, yeah, sometimes, not yet. And, yes, he does this and that.
It was more yeses than almost any of the other children.
Right. And so it wasn't until the doctor came in and she didn't ask us the questions that were on the questionnaire. She had her own questions to ask us, which didn't even cross our mind. So these are kind of like what questions she asked and just kind of the signs that she saw. Okay, the biggest thing is that as soon as we put him down on the ground, he started to spin.
Yeah. Like in the exam room where the doctor was, she just wanted to, I think she was just trying to see, again, with like the walking thing, she wanted to see how he stood.
Yeah.
But yeah, we put him down and he just
started to spin. And then when she came in, he was already like tantruming type of thing.
Just fussy, anxious.
But it was because I was having to deal with him. He, for some reason, prefers his dad, which is not like the normal thing for a baby. But right. It's been like that from like the start. And then it's only becoming worse where he really just doesn't want to have anything to do with me. So I tried holding him while the doctor was doing what she needed to do. But he just wasn't having it with me. So I ended up having to switch with Casey. And he kind of was able to help him deal with it a little better. But then she started asking questions like how, like his meltdowns or tantrums, if they were like that, if they were getting worse, which it wasn't something that I really thought about until pretty recently. I started to get concerned because he does throw himself and hit his head on the floor like Adam did as a baby. And I think Adam did it earlier on. Well, but we look back, and when he was having to wear the helmet, he would do it, but we weren't as concerned because it was like, oh, he has a helmet. He's probably doing it. Fine. Yeah, and he's doing it because he has the helmet on, but it wasn't that. That's what he does. He throws a tantrum and bangs his head on things.
He's really been doing that since the helmet. So it's been a while that he,
so it wasn't
when he gets upset, he'll just turn over and bang his head on the ground. And it's not just like it's over and over.
Yeah.
A good 15.
I might have some clips of it somewhere.
Well, and we thought that his tantruming or whatever was teething related.
And it's not.
Yeah.
Because it's, even though his teeth are through, it's still happening. And there's repetitive behaviors, and there's things like he has to watch the same video, and sometimes it has to be like the same 3-second clips over and over again, which wasn't something that I put together. So like I said, a lot of these things, it was like, oh, it's just normal. But yeah, it is normal to us. It's our normal, because
Normal
we're used to seeing, yes.
When he's really into something, like say a video clip or watching his siblings play, like he
rocks back and forth.
Usually he'll be standing up, but he's rocking from foot to foot, back and forth, in just a rhythmic, this is awesome kind of way.
Yeah. And then, I mean, yeah, there's just, I think, so many things, but I think those are the main things that she saw at the office that at first, I mean, when she was asking those things, I was just like, oh, yeah, you know, type of, oh, normal thing. And then she said, you know, if it was just like
one of those things.
One of those things that they just did, or even like he didn't do it very often. But one, it's very hard to get your child to do things in a doctor's office, especially when you're trying to get diagnosis. Like, you go and say, my kid's doing these things. Some doctors are like, oh, well, they seem fine to me. They look normal to me, because it's happened with the other kids who do have diagnosis. And, you know, we put this kid down and he's doing those things that I didn't even think about looking at. So for a doctor to see it and say, hey, I'm seeing these signs, and if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, if your kids didn't already have those diagnoses, it wouldn't be all that concerning. But I'm a bit concerned about your child. It's like, oh, well, there goes that appointment.
Really? Okay.
Here I thought we were going to have a neurotypical one.
Yeah.
But no. So.
We're batting 1,000.
So, I mean, I don't know. I guess most people wouldn't be laughing about these situations, but it's kind of like I was almost scared that I was going to have to deal with a neurotypical and wouldn't know how. But I don't know. Were there other signs, or was that it? Oh, and then she wanted to see how he walked or ran in the hall because of the whole hip dysplasia thing. And yeah, as soon as he started walking in the halls, he started to walk on his tippy toes, which is another big sign of autism. And all of our other kids do it as well. And so then I was like, oh yeah, he started. And she's like, yeah, that's, I see it. So.
But I mean, the good thing is, as the doctor mentioned, I mean, we're already set up in a school for kids with autism. And I mean, we should be able to.
She said, well, I mean, he's going to end up going to that school anyway. I was like,
yeah.
Yes, thanks. Good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then she also advised us, this isn't Abram, it's Gavin, because Gavin was in ECI, which is an early childhood intervention. He was in ECI for the same reason. She actually told me to ask the school, the kids' school, to help him, which I didn't know I could do, because I had already gone to the school district and they told me they really couldn't help him with functional skills or anything like that. But the doctor has told me that I should go to the kids' school because it is a school for autism, and 3 of them are already in the school, so that they could help me with him. Oh my God, my arm is like killing me from holding up the camera.
I guess the other thing is just the eye contact. Like, he'll look at your face, but
he'll look at the camera perfectly fine.
Right.
And when we talk to him, he's actually looking at the mouth. Abram.
Right, so he'll look at your face,
Baby.
But if you're paying close attention, he's looking at your mouth, not your eyes.
Abram.
Baby.
Abram.
Baby.
Hey. Look at Mama. Where's Mama?
Where's Mama?
Abram.
Where's Mommy?
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
So anywho, yeah. Our doctor knew better than we, which I thought I was an expert already, but apparently not.
Well, you know, you get used to your normal.
Yeah, and it's like, and I think Also, the other thing was that with him being the 5th child, I started to just put things off to the side as well. Like, no, there's no possible way that I could have a 5th one with autism. Jeez. Apparently it is possible. I guess another thing that she might have noticed, because she also asked about his speech. I guess she noticed his speech. He's very quiet. He doesn't talk. And most babies babble. And, I mean, it's not something that I was, like, paying close attention to because none of our other kids except for Eliana babbled. Right. And she was very early when it came to her speech. And since he's very quiet and doesn't really babble, I just thought, like, oh my gosh, he has, like, 10 words. He doesn't babble. He has 10 words. He's, like, a really smart baby. But
right, I mean, what he says...
I mean, he is smart, but...
Right, because everything he says is intentional, and you can usually understand what he's saying, but he doesn't have the, I guess, typical and healthy baby babble. He just doesn't. If he's saying something that he knows and you know, or he's just not saying anything. Or he's screaming. That happens too.
It looks like you have a ponytail.
Nope, no ponytail.
It's just a pillow.
Just a pillow, guys. Not my hair.
But anyways, that's basically the warning signs that our pediatrician saw with our 18-month-olds while we were at the pediatrician's office today. That I thought we were going to get away with, but apparently not.
Flying under the radar.
Another awesome kid. That's all there is to it. Because my kids are awesome. At least I think so. Other people might find them a little annoying, but...
Oh, they're definitely awesome.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they're definitely annoying.
You can be.
Can you say, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Say subscribe.
Like.
Subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Until next time. Bye. Bye.
Say bye. Ready or not, here I come.